Hola. Ooh. What is up? Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Happy Friday to you. Happy Friday to you. Listen, Ella May says hello, hello. Hola, hey boo. Listen, I'm that person, I'm that friend that will call like one of my best friends or like one of my family members, and I'll be like, happy Friday to you. Happy Friday to you. Happy Friday, happy Friday. Happy Friday to you. And then they'll be cracking up and shit, and I'm like, yay! Happy Friday! That is me. As long as I put a smile on your face, that's all that matters. That is all that matters. Happy Friday. How are you guys? See, I'm down in South Florida. And right now we have I think there's supposed to be a storm coming or something. A tropical storm or some shit. Or we're supposed to be getting a whole lot of rain from this storm that's supposed to be coming between today and tomorrow, and it is raining right now. Listen, when I tell y'all I love this weather, I really, 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 I am so at home around like the rain and the thunder and the lightning. It brings me so much peace. It's funny the type of things that brings me peace. Like being in a cemetery brings me so much peace. Being in the middle of a storm with lightning, thunder, and heavy rain brings me so much peace. Cherie, hola. Hey, Team Serenity. Tata says, hola, hola. Happy Friday, Cherie. I don't know why. I don't know. I think yesterday felt like it was Friday to me. That's probably why. That is probably why. But anywho, I'm sitting in my car. It's currently raining right now. I just came back from Walmart. And let me tell y'all, I'm excited because I get to wear my rain boots. The smallest things make me happy. I get to wear my rain boots. I love wearing my rain boots because I feel like when I put my rain boots on, honey, I feel like can't shit stop me. I'm unstoppable, okay? Because a lot of places down here in South Florida, it floods. Y'all know we below sea level, so shit floods easily. You know how like when it's raining and you go out somewhere and you have on regular shoes and it's flooded, and if you wearing fucking tennis shoes, it's even worse because now your feet are gonna be like soaked, your shoes are gonna be soaked, your socks are gonna be soaked. If you're wearing sandals or whatever, you gotta walk through that fucking dirty ass water. But when you have on rain boots, honey, it's like I'm unstoppable. Like I'm coming through regardless. That's how I feel when I wear my rain boots. Plus, I could fucking splash in the water and shit. You know, just fucking splish, fucking splash like I used to do when I was a little girl. Because believe it or not, I still like to play in the rain. Hey, cuz. Crack Baby Astro says, hey, cuz. Hola. Cherie says, I love your hair. Thank you. Thank you very, very much. What's up, Wanda? Good afternoon. Wanda says, I miss you. I miss you, too. I miss you too. What are you guys up to? Besides the obvious, watching me. What are you guys doing? Because I'm sitting in my car listening to the rain. Ooh, it's 2:22. Angel numbers. Crack Baby Astro says, I am drinking. Well, take a drink for me. Take a sip for me. Wanda says, I did a biopsy yesterday. How do you feel about it, Wanda? I know you're nervous. You got to be nervous. That's some nervous shit to do, okay? Like when you doing those type of tests, it's some nervous shit to do, but at the end of the day, it's necessary. And I'm the type of person, I feel like I'd rather know than not know. Let me ask y'all a question. So when it comes to those type of things, when it comes to like your health and any type of issues that you may have, are you the type of person who you would want to know? Like, for instance, God forbid, knock on wood, whatever it is that you do to repel this type of energy. But let's say that you were to have cancer. Are you the type of person where you would want to know? Because there's so many people out here that's like, I don't even want to know. Or are you one of those I don't even want to know type of people? What you guys think about that? Are you a I wouldn't want to know type? Or are you a damn, I want to know? Let me know down below. Drop it down below. Or you can come and join my live too. Wanda Payne says, I want to know. Tai Tai says, yes, I would. Nia, hola. Nia says, have to know. Cherie says, I want to know. Got you. Okay, so a lot of people will want to know. Like, for instance, my mom, she's one of those type of people where she's like, she wouldn't even want to know. And I'm like, excuse me? What happened? Because my mom has this theory in her mind. And in her mind, she feels like people, like, let's say that you go to the doctor and the doctor says, hey, you have cancer. My mom feels like the minute you find out you have cancer, you're going to die right afterwards. Because she's like, oh, every time somebody finds out they have cancer, they die right afterwards. So my mom, in her mind, she wouldn't want to know because she feels like the minute you know and that information hits your brain and it's confirmed, she feels like that's it. It's done. It's over. You're going to be out of here quick. That's how my mom feels. Me personally, I can understand that. Because it's not even funny, but my ass be finding humor in all kind of shit that I be thinking of. But I've had a lot of my elders in my family pass away with cancer, like my grandfather's generation, his brothers and sisters and stuff. And a lot of times it was like that. Like they would find out they have cancer and then a few months later they were gone. So I could see why my mom feels the way that she feels about that subject. However, we also need to understand that stress and worrying can actually bring you down a lot quicker than the circumstance. In that situation, the circumstance would be cancer. Because when you hear news like that, what happens is your brain starts to like freak the fuck out. It's like cancer. And it's like you just automatically start putting extra stress on your body and on your mind and on your spirit and every single cell in your body. Listen, you want to have happy cells. So in order to find out some information like that, you have to really be on some positive shit. Because if not, then yes, I can see how it will take you down quicker. Because that's some shit to hear. Like, I really feel so bad for anybody who has been through that. Like, I know that there's people, like, way younger than me that has experienced, children that experience cancer and shit, you know? Let me tell you guys something. That's why it's good to take preventative measures now. Like, for instance, we like to drink a lot of soursop leaves. There is nothing better than herbal medicine that is grown by nature for your body. If you can take preventative measures now by drinking soursop tea, do your own research, because this is not even what I'm here to do, to sit here and break down everything about soursop leaves. However, do your own research, because that's the problem a lot of people have, is that you just come on these apps and you believe whatever the fuck anybody says, and you take that information and you run with it. No, do some fucking research for your own. Dig into it. See what is what. Okay, but take preventative measures now. That's what we do. That's the best thing to do. I mean, living on this planet with all these fucking toxins and any and every fucking thing, I don't give a fuck how vegan you are. That's not going to completely stop you from being exempt from anything on this planet. Because one way or another, whether it is the lotion that we use, the deodorant, the toothpaste, the soap, the pads, the tampons, the food that we're consuming, unless you grew that shit yourself, that's how you know it's really fucking organic, okay? If I could have a garden in my backyard, if I could literally have a whole fucking farm, I probably would. I just wouldn't maintain that shit. Like, if I could hire somebody to do that, you know what? In the future, I really think I may put that on my manifestation list. But I'm gonna worry about that in the future because, listen, unless you grew that motherfucker yourself, you don't organic. Okay, what makes it organic? Do you guys research that type of stuff? Because they have a way with wording for some of these products. And even if it's like, okay, yeah, because we only used 6% fertilizer instead of 16%. So if it falls below 6% or less fertilizer, you can call it organic. You don't know the stipulations. You don't know the stipulations. Wanda Payne says, see anything in my blood, my doctor call me. Wanda, what are you talking about? Your doctor called you? Nia says, hey lady, hey Nia, but please call me Miss Serenity or Serenity. I just like to be called by my name. I don't like to be called lady. I don't like to be called sweetie. I don't like to be called bae. I do not. You know what? I'm gonna tell y'all some real shit. Like, I hate to be called sis, but I be letting it slide because I know that, you know, that's how y'all be talking. But I hate be called sis. Like, shit is annoying as fuck. To me, that's just my personal opinion, but I just let it slide. I be like, yeah, okay, whatever. Let me see. Wanda says, right. Nia Lee says, they say it's all mental first. So I get where she's coming from. Okay, you're talking about my mom and how she feels like once you find out that you have a disease, you going down. Yes, it definitely is. And you said, but I'm not with that mindset. Therefore, I like to think that will be good. What you said makes sense. Yes. Okay, so Tata says, yes, it can. Wanda says, yes. Wanda says, see anything about my blood? Exactly. Facts. Do it. Okay, so Nia Lee says, it's to sell. They don't really care about us. Listen, of course, that is a doctor's job. That's the most frightening part about going to a doctor, is that it is their job to keep you coming back as a patient. We always feel like, oh no, because these doctors care about us. And don't get me wrong, I'm pretty sure there's definitely doctors out here who really genuinely care about their patients. I've had several. I always get good doctors. That's one thing I can tell you about my life. I always get really good doctors. Okay? So, but at the end of the day, it's a business. It's a business. Your blood pressure, okay, let's say the average blood pressure is 120/80. Your blood pressure could be 130/89, and they're going to be telling you, oh, you know, I'm going to, because you have come multiple times and your blood pressure has been high each time, so I'm going to prescribe you some blood pressure medication for you to take. But yet, they won't tell you that with diet and exercise, you know, you can naturally bring your blood pressure down. They're not going to tell you that. And a lot of times when you go to the doctor and you're like, oh yeah, because I was gonna, I'm thinking about trying this herb that I heard about that is really good, X, Y, and Z. The first thing most doctors are going to say is, oh, you know, I wouldn't recommend that. You know, there has not been enough tests done on that product to say whether it will actually, you know, heal this or not. Like, they're going to definitely try to talk you against it. Them and the CDC, they literally working hand in hand and shit. they working hand in hand. Okay, so, but you know what? I've had such good doctors that I had this one doctor. I love her so much. Dr. Cleopatra Gordon Poussey. She is in Pembroke Pines, and the name of her office is Life is Beautiful. She is an MD, and she is amazing. Like, this is a woman that was just completely there for me during the time in my life that I needed her to really be there. Like, after, it's so funny because, like, she was my doctor, and I was, like, suffering from depression and shit. This is, like, back in 2014, and I was so fucking depressed, and when I went to go see her, I went to literally go get an annual exam. And she noticed that something was wrong. And she was like, you know, that's one thing about me that's so funny. And this is how I know my doctors are such good doctors. Because when I come into their office, if they don't see that I am the way that I normally am, which is like all amped up and shit, if I'm quiet and reserved on that day or like laid back, they'll be like, are you okay? And it's funny because this one doctor, I only used to see her like once or twice a year. So it's not even like my orthodontist when I had braces and I was going there every 2 to 3 weeks and shit, where that doctor saw me all the time. But even though I only saw her twice a year, like, she recognized that I was kind of like down and shit. And she just like gave me a hug. And I told her that I was really depressed and I was sad due to grief because I had just lost my uncle and my grandfather back to back within 1 month. And I was just like overwhelmed with emotions. And I was like crying out to her. And she was just like the sweetest person ever. But she also, as a matter of fact, I think she also is the type of doctor where she would literally recommend herbal fucking treatments and shit. She would recommend like, oh, you know what? You could try this herb, whatever. She wasn't an herbalist, but she knew about it. And she shared that information. But let me tell you something. You don't run across too many people like that nowadays. And it doesn't matter the profession, because at the end of the day, people are going to try to take advantage of you if you allow it, or, you know, until the ass is stopped. That's just like going to a mechanic. It's hard to find a fucking mechanic you could trust, because they're going to tell you something. They could tell you anything is wrong with your car. And if you anything like me, you don't know shit about cars, baby, you going to get gots. Okay, you going to get gots. I don't even like dealing with that type of shit. I hate it. I really fucking hate it. I feel like the man in my life need to deal with that type of shit. I don't know how y'all feel, but me personally, I hate dealing with that type of shit. Like, when I was younger and my grandfather was here, he dealt with that type of shit. I don't want to talk to no mechanics. I don't want to know about what the fuck is happening under the hood, because I don't even know what the fuck you talking about. If you say it's broke, I'm going to just say, okay, fix it. And see, that's the problem. And that's exactly why they try to take advantage of people, especially women. But yes, at the end of the day, when it comes to some of these professionals, some of them are definitely out to get whatever the fuck they can get. You have to be careful. Careful as fuck. Nia Lee says these helping professionals have a lot of predators, a whole lot of predators. Especially, I made a post about that the other day, and I was like, let me tell y'all something. A lot of these doctors are fucking predators. They really are. They prey on the sick. They cannot wait to get a patient in their office that has an issue so that they could fucking prescribe you a whole bunch of medication, treatments that you probably don't even fucking need, all kind of shit, like marking your fucking bill the fuck up, billing your fucking insurance company, getting the fucking money. Listen, they some hustlers out here. They really some hustlers out here. They really are. Wanda says, okay, eye infection. My doctor called me 2 days. You see, that's what's wrong with the blood. Okay, so you're saying you have an infection, Wanda, and that your doctor called you 2 days ago? So Nia Lee says, let's talk about these mental health professionals too. Shaking my damn head. Let me tell you something. These mental health professionals, they be needing mental health treatments themselves, okay? If you really want to know what the fuck is really going on, because I don't knock any of them whatsoever, because they are needed in this world. However, over a very long period of time, they begin to develop mental health issues themselves. And the reason why is because they're dealing with everybody else's bullshit. It's pretty much like doing what I do. Because what I do is damn near fucking spiritual counseling all fucking day long. And I'm absorbing other people's energy, and that's exactly what's going on in the mental health field. They're absorbing all of these patients' energy, and they may not be doing anything to cleanse themselves or to release that energy. So just imagine it's like a sponge that's soaking in all this energy from all these mental health patients. A lot of them become drug addicted. A lot of them become alcoholics. All of that type of stuff. I have known people personally who were mental health specialists, and they actually really needed some mental health guidance themselves. So at the end of the day, listen, nobody is perfect. A human will be a human. You will have a judge that's doing fucking crack and that is fucking locking people up for selling crack. This is the world that we live in. This is just really the society that we live in, and it's crazy, but it's, it's unfortunate, but it's the truth. We got to really see it for what it is. I've known school teachers that be fucking getting high, drinking while they're fucking working. Not that I know them personally, but I've seen it. You know what I mean? So yeah, we living in a real fucked up world, but y'all already know that. That's why you have to make your own life beautiful. That's how you have to make your world beautiful. Everything around you has to be beautiful, and it has to be what you want and what you like, okay? So Wanda says yes. Nia Lee says it's also highly racist. And you said wacky world. Cherie says that. So Nia Lee says people are people at the end. Listen, Nia Lee, this is why I just keep saying humans are going to be humans. Just humans being humans. That's what I chalk a whole lot of shit down to. I'm like, humans being humans. That's what's going on. It's just a human being a fucking human. Wanda Payne says white blood cells is too high. Well, listen, whatever the situation that you're going through, I definitely wish you the best. But it seems like hopefully your doctor has a treatment plan that is in place to help you correct all of these things. And even if your doctor has a treatment plan in place, do your own research. You can't even, just like I told y'all earlier, y'all come on this app and whatever people tell you, you just believe, you do no research. Even when your doctor tells you stuff, do your own research. See if there's anything naturally that will help you. Let's be honest, the natural way is definitely a longer process. However, it is very much necessary for your body, and it's better. It's a longer process. Don't get me wrong, I'm not against medication at all. I'm against just taking medication as the easy way out. If I'm looking in my mirror and shit, I'm like, let me tell y'all something. I'm gonna have to change the subject right quick, like I always be doing. Anywho, because this just reminded me of something. Like, I got this one ex. Now, one thing about me, my whole entire life, I've always been the type of person where, believe it or not, it's very hard for me to get rid of my exes. And the craziest part, see, this is exactly why I don't do fucking love spells on anybody. Not yet, at least. If I meet a motherfucking multi-billionaire, baby, listen, it's going down. Do you hear me? Baby, I'm lighting every motherfucking candle in my house. If I meet a fucking, let me not say that, because when I mean billionaire woman, because I already got the perfect man of my dreams. But what I'm saying is, like, if you have an ex that knows how the fuck grimy they are on all kind of motherfucking levels, and then you want to come and try to bother me, I'm the wrong person to bother. Because being an ex of mine that I look at as a fucking target or a fucking enemy, I literally only have one ex that I look at like a fucking enemy. And bothering me makes alarms go off in my head. And when those alarms go off, those alarms are telling me to fuck your whole life up. It's like alarms. Every time like this specific ex hits me up, those alarms are like hex, 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 hex. It's almost like spirit is saying, friendly reminder, don't forget to hex this motherfucker. Listen. See, the thing about being a Scorpio is that when it comes to revenge, we are very, very patient people. Okay? I normally can let a lot of shit go. But I'm the type of person, when I'm dating somebody, no lie, I tell them from the beginning, I am hex friendly as fuck. Like, hex friendly as fuck. Like, y'all laughing and shit. I'm dead ass serious. I tell people when I'm dating them from the very start, because I don't hide what I do spiritually at all. Whatsoever. So I tell people from the start, like, listen, I have boundaries, lines that you cannot cross. And if you proceed to cross them, I will hex the fuck out of you. I will literally make sure your whole life comes crumbling down. Trust me on this. You don't want to go there, but if you want to go there, we could go there. You know? But no, seriously, yeah, I was serious. That's what the fuck I do be telling people for real. But anywho, yeah, like, why would you be trying to press that button, that reminder button? It's like, you know how, like, you have an alarm clock and the snooze button keeps going off, you gotta keep fucking pressing it? Scorpios are very patient at revenge, trust me. I'm the type of person, now, I just don't go around fucking with people. That's one thing about me. I don't mess with nobody, but just please don't try to mess with me. Because as sweet as I could be, as nice as I can be, as friendly as I can be, you don't want to see that side of me. I remember working for corporate America. One day I was working in the office, and my coworkers, one of my coworkers told me, like, oh my God, I could never imagine you yelling or raising your voice. And I was like, oh. Because I'm like, baby, I am, at the end of the day, I'm not a screamer or a yeller because I don't have a very loud voice. However, like, I will curse your ass out. I mean out. All the way out. All the way out. All the way out. I will. Disrespectful? I could be. But however, I don't allow myself to go there nowadays because what's the point? Like, there's really no point of me wasting my energy to even do that with people. They don't even deserve that much of the oxygen that I'm breathing and the words that are coming out of my voice. They don't deserve that. So nowadays, I'm a whole lot different. Thank goodness for growth. Okay, but all I'm saying is you gotta leave some people alone. You really do. Nia Lee says, honestly, I put my faith in the universe carrying out people's karma. Well, that's good. But girl, I'm a Scorpio, honey. I am karma. Like, karma's coming. Trust me. Trust me on this. That's me. That's just a Scorpio with me, honey. Karma's coming. I'm over here like, trust me on this. Karma's coming. Don't worry. Yep. I got it. I'm gonna take it into my hands. I got it, universe. It's all good. Nah, I'm just kidding. But because a lot of times people get it automatically, like, especially having the type of spirit team that I have, most times I really don't have to do anything because my spirit team is going to react immediately. First place, the way that my protection is set up is not a joke. Like, the type of rituals that I do for protection, okay, I'm back, y'all. But like I was saying, honestly, with my spirit team and the way my protection is set up, I really don't have to lift a finger, especially not for petty shit. My spirit team ain't playing that shit, period, point blank, okay? My spirit team is not having it at all. So most times I don't have to do nothing. My spirit team is sending that shit back. People that be sending out negative energy towards me or my life, you know why? Because people are so jealous and envious. People are so envious. They will smile in your face and they will act like they're so happy for you, but in reality, they want you to fucking fail because they're envious and they're jealous. They'll act like they love you to death, they'll, oh my God, I'm so happy for you, I love you. But because they have such a jealous and envious heart, in reality, they just be wishing that you fell. I be knowing about all these type of people. Spirit reveals all kind of stuff to me. I just don't say anything. That's one thing about it. But one thing I could tell you is that putting that type of energy out there towards me is a very dangerous thing to do. It is. Because what's going to happen is your life is going to get worse and worse. It is. Because it's like a mirror. And whatever you're trying to project towards me and my life is going to definitely be reflected back towards you and yours very strongly. I am the type of witch that I do a whole lot of reversal work over my life just for people who are like that. You know, even people putting out negative thoughts, you just never know. You just never know. You just never fucking know. And I don't take any chances. And I do a whole lot of protection work. So thank you, Spirit. Spirit always got me. Okay, so Neely says miserable people. Most definitely. They are definitely miserable. And you know how that saying goes, misery loves company. But guess what? I can't be your company, baby. I can't. Because if I'm your company, then I'm going to raise your vibration. And a lot of people like to be miserable. It just really seems like a lot of people really enjoy being miserable. And I just can't relate. I like having fun. I like laughing. I like smiling. I like being happy. And I create my own happiness at the end of the day. And I don't allow anybody to come in and interrupt that. People are going to try all kind of shit while you're on this planet. They really are. They're going to try all kind of shit. It's up to you whether you allow it to affect you or not. We are in control of ourselves. We can't control what other people do, but we can control how the fuck we respond and how the fuck we react. If I'm having a lovely day, I'm not going to allow you to come in and disturb my peace to the point where I'm just having the worst day of my life. Nope, been there, done that, got a motherfucking t-shirt, and I burnt that bitch. It's over. I don't do that no more. That's just me. I don't, you know, people can come to me and be like, oh, such and such said X, Y, and Z about you. Okay. And I just seen the water I have in the backseat. I bought 3 cases of water thinking that I was going to make it home in time before my man left to work so he can take this water out the car. But I was pulling in and he was getting ready to pull out. That sounded a little sexual to me in my mind. Okay, why did they feel comfortable telling you? Laugh out loud. They feel comfortable telling you because they like all that drama and all that stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, people feel comfortable telling you negative stuff that other people said to get your reaction. And then you get all... Because listen, I used to be the type of person, if you tell me anything about somebody, I was going to go confront them. I was going to go knock on their fucking door. I was going to go and cause all kind of crazy issues. I would go to their job to confront them at work and don't give a fuck. Like, that's who I used to be. And thank you so much for the love, whoever that is. I'm not really sure, but I appreciate it. So people actually get entertainment off of us reacting from our emotions and acting stupid and acting crazy and acting like fools. People use that as entertainment for them their lives, especially when they know that you're that type of person. And I used to be the type of person, so they would tell me all this negative shit or be like, oh, this person X, Y, and Z about you. And I'm like, oh, a bitch better not talk about... Like, I was the type of person, baby, I would slap anybody down quick, real quick. Trust me. Anybody who knows me in real life for real, like 10 years ago, trust me. But these peasants are not worth it nowadays, honestly. When you realize who the fuck you are, it's certain shit that you just don't even concern yourself with. Like, other people's thoughts. Like, knowing how... If somebody doesn't like you... Like, for instance, if somebody doesn't like me because my hair is blue, that's not even my business. That's not my business. Like, how they... Whatever they're thinking about me, that's not my business. Why would I be worrying about what the fuck they thinking about me? Their thoughts don't concern me. As long as it's not affecting me in any type of way, it's good. It's all good. As long as your thoughts not affecting me and harming me, my family, my loved ones, my money, my relationship, anything that belongs to me, then we good. But yeah, Nia, people will definitely tell you that shit to disrupt your happiness because people really love disrupting your happiness. Unfortunately, but that's the world that we live in. Anyways, guys, you know I love chatting with you guys, but I gotta go. And I will see you guys later. I may do some tarot card readings later, but make sure that you are following my pages on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube. Make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube at Miss Serenity Oasis across all platforms. Wanda says, are a beautiful spirit. Well, I'm not sure if you're saying I'm a beautiful spirit, but if you are, then thank you. I appreciate that. But I will see you guys later. I may go on live right now on my personal page. I don't know. We shall see. Wanda says yes. Well, thank you. I appreciate the compliment. You said pin your social next time. I definitely will. I'll make a comment underneath this post and I'll pin it. Or you could do it for me and then I'll pin it. But I got you guys and I will see you guys later.